Hello everyone, this is Pastor Van on Ask Pastor Van. I'm so excited to connect with you once again. On Ask Pastor Van, I take time to answer some of life's most difficult questions about God, the Bible, Christianity, and life in general. If this is the first time you are listening to me, I want to say thank you for listening to me. Make sure you like our page. Make sure you share the page with your friends and your family. Tonight, the big question that I've been asked is this question. Sex before marriage is a sin, but a child is a blessing from God. So my question is, can a sin produce a blessing? Can a sin produce a blessing? This is an interesting question. My response to this question is that sex, although it's a physical act, has spiritual consequences. It's not just a physical act. There's a spiritual dimension to it as well. That is the reason why you don't go around sleeping with anyone who wants to sleep with you, or you don't sleep with anyone that you meet, because it is not just a physical act. There's a spiritual dimension to sex. The spiritual dimension to sex is what God has ordained and said that sex outside the context of marriage is a sin. And so spiritually, God views sex outside marriage as a sin. The other aspect of sex, the physical aspect, the biological aspect of sex, follows a biological law that God has made, that when sex happens between a man and a woman and nothing stops, or there's nothing to inhibit the flow of semen into the woman, and then all conditions are rightly set, pregnancy will be the product. And when there's pregnancy and everything goes well, there's going to be a child. A child signifies life, and therefore a child comes from God. It's a blessing from God. So what I want to say right on this is that the child that comes is not as a result of sin. The child happens because the biological law that God has put in place has been fulfilled. The sin is still an act of sin. It still has its consequences. This child is an innocent child. This child is not a participant in the sin of his parents, and so this child is not accursed. This child is a blessing because the biological principle, the biological law of God has been followed, has been fulfilled, and the child is absolutely a blessing. But once again, the sex outside marriage, which is a violation of the spiritual law that God has ordained, is an act of sin, and therefore will come with its sure consequences, and the parents will live with the sure consequences of that. But of course, there is always grace with God. For we've all sinned, we've all fallen short of the glory of God. But anytime we go to Jesus, there is forgiveness. Anytime we go to Jesus, it's possible that our sins will be forgiven. And so even if you are caught up in that sin, I will say that with a genuine, repentant heart, when you go to God and you ask Him for forgiveness, God is in the place to forgive you. And this child absolutely is a blessing. So to summarize and to conclude on this question, my response is very simple. The child is not a product of the sinful act of the parents. The child is a product of the biological, natural law that has been fulfilled in accordance to God's plan. And the sin still remains as it is, as a sin. Thank you very much for connecting with us today on Ask Pastor Van. Make sure you like our page. Make sure you invite your friends to like our page. God bless you.